Hi everyone, so this is a really challenging problem where the pattern is laid out in a grid. So the question is, what is the 88th number in the 8th row of the following diagram? So this is the diagram. So I guess this is a really challenging problem, but what we can do is just first figure out what the pattern is. Well, first thing you might notice is that every number is twice the value of the number immediately above it. So for example, 16 is twice 8, and 24 is twice 12, and 10 is twice 6, or sorry, 10 is twice 5, and 112 is twice 56. So this is a pattern that's consistent throughout the grid. Alright, so we know how the numbers relate top down. So how do the numbers relate from left to right? Well, let's look at the first row first. So here it's pretty simple. It's 1, 3, 5, 7. You just add 2 each time. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. And then the second one is plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. And then the third is plus 8, plus 8, plus 8, plus 8. Alright, so now we kind of have an understanding of how the pattern goes. So let's turn our attention back to the original question, which is, what is the 88th number in the 8th row of the following diagram? Alright, so I am going to make this into a table just to organize it a little bit better. So we want to find the 88th number. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, dot, dot. 88 is all the way over here. And in the 8th row, so this is the first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row. The 8th row is all the way down here. So essentially we want to figure out what this number is. How do we do that? Well, we do know that once we figure out this number, then we are all set, because all we have to do is just multiply by 2, total of 7 times to get to here. So how do we figure out what this number is? Well, we know that the pattern is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. You just add 2 each time. So we know that it's 1 plus a certain number of 2's. 2 times some number. So how many 2's do we add? Well, to get to the second term, we add 1 2. To get to the third term, we add 2 2's. To get to the fourth term, we add 3 2's. So to get to the 88th term, we add 88 minus 1 2's. So the answer to this figure right here is 2 times 87. And that is equal to 175. So here is 175. Sorry, 175. And now we want to figure out what is the 88th number, but in the 8th row. So we times 2 a few times. How many times do we times 2? Total of 7 times, because to get to the second row, we times 2 once. To get to the third row, we times 2 twice. So to get to the 8th row, we times 2 7 times. So the answer is 175 times 2 to the 7th, or 175 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So if you calculate this out, that's 175 times 2 to the 7th, that's 128. So if you calculate this thing out, turns out the answer is 224,400. So this number, the 88th number in the 8th row, is 22,400. What we did to do this is, first we figured out what the pattern is. We really understood what is the rule driving this grid. Once we did that, we came up with a strategy of figuring out what this number is by first figuring out what this 88th number of the first row is, and then multiplying by 2 to the 7th. So that is your answer.